official. Yo, so we were talking about off the camera, and I know that you got like a juicy announcement that you wanted to say. You got some really good news, and you're here now, man. I think you should let the people know.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a partnership that I formed and relationship I've been working on for a while, but with my man Clinton Sparks. Crazy how that came about. He reached out to me, I think it was almost 2 years ago, a year and a half. But he's a real genuine dude. Like, I do my research on a lot of people. He's actually a guy in the industry that really wants to help artists and support them. He's got a ton of experience and a huge network, and he really cares. And he does. And
not to cut you off, there's a lot of people who are well known, and they say they want to help artists, but sometimes it's those scams. Remember we spoke about it. What's your budget scams? Because we got Fat Joe DM'd us, right? And we were all hyped. We're like, yo, Fat Joe DM'd, we rich. And then he's like, yo, yeah, we'll make, like, we can make it happen. What's up? And the first thing he asked was, what's your budget? And then that's when we started thinking, like, is it really Fat Joe? Yeah,
I heard like they got Jada with that too. Some company they let, a lot of them, which is unfortunate. You're right.
But I'm sorry, back to what you were saying. I wanted to point that out to you, man.
No, for sure, because, a lot of that shit goes on. So anyways, so he reached out to me, we connected, and then, he gave me the opportunity to be on his Twitch show. He had a show called Win Big, where he would interview people like Shaq and like,
wow,
Dame Dash, like, you name the person, he just knows everybody. So that was a blessing for me. We had a little segment called Music Biz Weekly. Right, we would talk about like music business news, like Spotify acquired this company, or this is what's going on in the digital gaming space connected with music, just business stuff. So anyway, that I did that with him for a year, just like being thankful for the opportunity. Now we're on the show called Who Got the Hits, which he reviews music of independent artists, but he brings on like major A&Rs and executives. So any artist listening, log on every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. All you got to do is gift subscribers to his channel, right? And you could get in the list to review your songs, video, whatever. I don't see anybody else doing that. Like, London on the Track was on.
Where's that on?
Twitch.
What platform? On Twitch?
Yeah. And like he had London on the Track as the other judge with him weeks ago, and they heard one of the songs, and London on the Track was like, yo, DM me. I want to work with you. This is independent artist. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big opportunity.
Yeah. So anyway, he's still doing that show. We still got the same segment, but all that led to realizing that what I was doing with my Indie Arts Accelerator, basically like a college for independent artists, DJs, and producers to learn the business game and market, every aspect of it. He had a similar thing, or has a similar thing going on called the Winner Circle, and he also, makes a course available that teaches a lot from his experience and all of that. And he allowed me to come into his group, started kind of teaching, his members and things like that. So one thing led to another, and we're like, why don't, I suggested let's partner up and join these two companies together. And the new company is going to be called Talent Accelerator Group. So TXG, Talent Accelerator Group. I think we're going to publicly announce it in September. We're already merging it, in August. And it's going to be like a legit music business college, but on steroids from a standpoint that through Clinton's networks, there's going to be real connections happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, Clinton talks to labels all the time. If he needs a track that needs to be synced to a movie or a video game, or, be put on a certain album or production that Clinton can provide, because, he's a dope-ass producer and all that as well, he's going to reach out to one of our members of artists or producers that we know that we can, verify that are really doing this stuff the right way. They're moving right. They're marketing right and all that. So, it's going to be a powerhouse of just knowledge. And if you guys are familiar with like what a business incubator or accelerator is for other industries, like where a small idea comes in a business incubator, usually colleges have them, they'll hook you up with like the accounting services or cheap rent and like, legal stuff to get your company to the next level and, teach you marketing for those different sectors. That's what we're doing.
It's like a kick in the ass.
Yeah.
Right? That's official, man.
So I'm super excited. That's going to be...
Yeah, that sounds really big. That sounds like a real big...
I already know where we're going to take it, so that I can't talk about everything, but it's going to be... I'm going to make it one of the best programs in the music game in terms of artists really coming through and learning stuff.
Yeah, teaching.
And we were talking about this before. One thing is like, it doesn't always have to be about being an artist or music. What I'm hoping that even the members that come through, and realize, okay, maybe being an artist is not necessarily for me, but I love the music industry. Maybe I can be a manager, or maybe I could be a producer, or maybe I could be behind the scenes. Maybe I could do X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying? Because now they understand the business, right? Because there's so many, or I could be a podcaster, whatever. There's so many different facets behind it. So that's a goal because, look, not everybody has what it takes, right? And we can test it. We talked about it earlier. We can test if you have what it takes from a musical talent level.
Mm-hmm.
But if maybe you don't, either you work your ass off to make sure you get there, or maybe there's another path.
Yeah, there's different. Yeah, there's a lot of avenues.
I think we have to show Matej the Hip Hop Advocates EP.
Oh,
see what he think.
Let's do it.
Word, you need to give us some comments on that.
I had some feedback. But
yeah,
I
no.
mean, it's important, you know, as reading contracts too, right? Like that's something that young artists really don't do.
Look at
even till this day, right? Even after hearing
who was talking about that 5-year-old was talking about that he was signed to Mace, you know, for $5,000.
All right.
Like he just so I didn't get the whole story, but like, you know, that's just an example like of somebody desperate, like, you know, not knowing what comes with it. Like, you know, just signing over all your rights over the, you know, just for a couple dollars.
I heard that snippet on YouTube. Rich Homie Quan did that, unfortunately, and like I feel like it sort of, you know, stifled his career a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was gonna be, you know, a big name.
Yeah, because they hear, this dude want to sign me, like this dude got a name, like
he messed up some Biggie rhymes though.
Who did?
Rich Homie Quan.
Quan?
Oh, on
Really?
like a tribute performance.
He came out with Little Kim.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He
remember
fucked
that.
up.
And you think that kind
I
of?
think that's it. Fucked him up.
It could have. I think there's some truth to, you know, when people say they got blackballed or whatever. I'm sure some of that goes on, but from what I heard is that he got a bad contract to begin with from. Again, I'm not trying to say no name. Whoever gave it to him, I think it was one of the what you call Cash Money like sub labels. But what the interview that I saw, he was saying that it just kind of made him depressed. To once he understood what he was dealing with, he didn't really want to put out any music because he know that, you know, A, he didn't own the masters, B, he wouldn't see some of that money for maybe 5-10 years, if the record made it above the threshold or what he had to, you know what I'm saying? So like I think he was talking about how like it depressed him. He didn't want to put out any music and all of that. And if you're stuck in the shitty contract, like that is your product to put out music. And if you feel like you don't want to, what else are you gonna do?
But isn't that crazy how it works? Like, you know,
slippery slope, right?
But like how it works is like somebody that's like loves, you know, just loves creating music. Like, you know, they have no touch with the industry at all, right? Like when you start, like when we was let's go back to when it was like 18, 19, and we would come to the studio weekly just to make music. We weren't thinking about, all right, we made the music, what we gonna do with it now? Like we were just like, yo, we come here every week, we knocking down a new song every week. And from there, you know, but now he got a taste of, yo, I made this music, now I got out there. Now all these people are eating off shit that I did, and I'm getting scraps. So now he don't even want to do it anymore. Like he don't even want to put out music. You know, it's like he lost that feel, like, you know, to just go to the studio, make the music.
Yeah.
You know, like just to get up in the morning, like, yo, I'm going to the studio tonight. Like, yo, I remember I used to be hype. I remember like, yeah, but I used to be mad hype to go to the studio.
Well, that's something that
just to make a song, you know, I'm not even thinking beyond that. I'm just thinking about making the song and right there.
But that's something like Matej said in one of his, I don't know if it was a reel, but you mentioned when you get older, that's why record labels, they target to sign
the young ones,
the
young
cats. Because once you get older, you do have, you know, you start getting a family, you got to work after college, right? You have to work, you got responsibilities. Opposed to prior to that, when you don't have it, you could go to sleep 2-3 in the morning, and, you know, wake up at 3 in the afternoon and go to the studio and, like you said, create a song every week or every day now, you know.
The label wants a workhorse, right? They want to squeeze as much money out of the situation as possible.
Exactly.
That's why, like, I give props to, you know, Baby Boy Slime and, you know, Off the Mental. You know, he's for his age, like, you know, they've already. It was important, like he's gotten that guidance since, you know, 14, 15. So
yeah,
it's like everything that we learned when we were like already like in our late 20s. Like he's getting that shit when he's
right
like.
Now.
You know, even, you know, 15, 16,
yeah.
you know, like they're drilling that shit, you know, like, you know, make it worth it. if you're gonna do it, make it worth your while.
You're there too, helping out.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I give Abel Slines a lot of props because
I give him mad props.
I mean, I met him. I guess he was 17, 18. Now he's 20. You know, about to be 21.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was there from Agua from the early days. You know, and then thanks to Off the Mental Will. I mean, he's the one that reached out to me because I was running ads on my Instagram account. So I caught his ear. We had a conversation, and for me to make it real, I was like, "Okay, where you guys located?" And he was like, "Yo, my brother, my business partner, JC, Abel Slines Manor, he's in New York. I'm in New York. I'll pull up and say what's up." So I actually went up and met JC. This was 2019, like before the pandemic. Wow. And that's with the relationships that we just kept in touch. I really like what they had going on.
That's
you know, we did their marketing in the beginning, and that led to, you know, a lot of connections I got in New York. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I seen you do classes in Colorworks. Like
business seminars.
First we got seminars. I'm sorry. And so we've been getting curious because we know you work with a lot of artists, big artists that are just coming in, and we kind of want to know your take on hip hop, how you grew up, your influences.
And he was a producer too, right? And you still do it. I know you still do it. On the low.
I haven't made a track in like a year, but you know, I got some.
All right, I thought we're talking about like 5-10 years, but
no.
You still got it.
You still turn over the bed in.
So every time we got a guest on this show, we always want to know the top 5.
Make a beat off
it kind of gives us an insight on who they are, you know. And I think it's time, fellas.
Let's do it.
Time for the top 5.
Greatest of all time. Check it out, y'all. Giving y'all the best.
As we go a little something like this.
Tupac is my number 1.
Yeah, you already said that earlier.
Tupac.
I already knew that was
Tupac over Biggie?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, shit.
Tupac over Biggie.
Now, for me, because I know the argument is always like, but the lyric, the rhyme pattern, all that. I'm not saying Biggie maybe wasn't a better like rhymer or a rapper from that, but Tupac's whole persona, like what he stood for, what he wanted, the feeling I got, like, you know, being a white kid from Europe moving over here, and some of the stuff he was talking about resonating with me for whatever reason. You know, bar for bar, Biggie might have had him, but as an artist, overall everything, like Tupac for me, that was
yeah, he was a poet. Tupac was a poet.
Oh boy.
so
the
second one honestly was a Big Pun.
Ooh, crazy, right?
When I was in 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade, riding around on the bike, like listening to the Furs album.
Yeah, crazy.
You know, just
I was putting on my oldest to it. We were driving up to Universal from Hollywood to Orlando, and I was like, yo, you know what? This is my chance to like. I got, you know, I love when I got people stuck in the car and I'm gonna control the radio and they gonna hear what I was like. You know what? This is something that he gonna remember.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play this shit from front to back. I mean, I had to skip the whole the whole fucking skit. I had my kids in the car too. But I played it all the way through. I mean, halfway through, everybody started falling asleep in the car. But that album though is something that any hip hop head needs to get. If they haven't heard it, they need to hear it.
Yo,
I was so sad that it was cut short. It was like he had about 2.5 albums, something like that.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, you can say because Endangered Species was a compilation though.
I was with my kids and they're playing like their favorite, like, oh, Chicken Wing, they're playing all these songs. They're like, Daddy, what's one of your favorite songs? And I put Beware. And I'm like, they're like, what?
This sounds like a scary movie.
Yo, word, that beat.
Yo, and when it was done, I'm like, what do you guys think? And my son's like, Daddy, but he mentioned he wanted to hurt a fish. And I'm like, what? And like, yeah. When he says, sleep with the fish dish for yapping too loud. And I had to explain the whole like mafia scene, mafia theme behind it. Like, yo, you snitch, they throw you in the river. Now you know, for it. He didn't get it.
He got too deep.
Yeah, it was too deep.
It was too deep for him to analyze.
Yeah, but I had to put him on.
Chetty didn't like that album.
Nah, Chetty, man. I almost beamed him.
And the whole Terror Squad too, man. So
there was something to behold, man.
Love, like his rhymes and all. Yeah,
his flow was ill too.
It was sad that he, they kind of
they kind of fell apart.
Blackballed him too, but after that, Joe blackballed him.
Damn, that album. But I heard the album. Yeah, I never heard the 24K. Yeah.
Nah, I never got to hear it.
Shit is crazy.
I think I might have because a lot of the hits. There was a lot of songs like the Flowers for the Dead was on it, right?
That was actually it was just a single.
It was a single, but it was included in that album, though.
Yeah, the album is crazy.
That was
It's on
big.
that Piff.
Oh, it is?
He put it up on that Piff.
Oh, shit. I'm going to
I
have to go
believe
in
it.
there.
I
I'm going to have to
believe
go
it
in
on
and look
that
at
Piff.
it.
But yeah, man.
Oh, we got
That's
two right
that's
there. That's
two,
Tupac, Pun. Whew.
Two
Getting
P's
heavy.
right there.
Two heavyweights.
Yeah, third one. Damn, I gotta be real thoughtful about these top 5 if it's everything.
We're gonna look at you differently.
Shit. All right. Nas is definitely in there, but between Biggie and Nas, yeah, it's so like Biggie is one of those artists as well, kind of like Big Pun. That like there's really only like 3-4 albums,
very
worth, maybe
limited.
4 worth of stuff, and like. Even though like him and Tupac were sort of around the same era, Tupac just recorded so many fucking songs that there was like 10 albums after he died.
It was crazy.
I have all the original shit. That's why how big I still have stuff on cassette tapes of the Machiavelli 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's no more stuff, though, right? Like, Tupac stuff hasn't come out.
Apparently, since Snoop just bought back
Death Row.
Death Row, there's some records in the vault that I can't wait for them to leak on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be
I
crazy.
thought I heard everything, but apparently there's few that nobody's ever heard. So I think Nas is going to be on there, again, just because of his influence. Again, respect for how he's a business mogul and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Eminem's in there for me as well.
Yes.
That's one of mine.
And the 5th.
Yeah, I'll
so
rock
hard,
with you on
man.
that.
I'm just trying to think back, like, what I'm thinking about right now is if I put on, from all the albums that I have, if I put on an album of the artists that are really my, like, top 10, 15, how many can I just literally just go and not mind going through the whole shit? In every album. That's why it's tough.
It's
and
tough. Like, it is tough, man. There's so many out there.
Kendrick is up there if I have to, but then J. Cole, but yeah, I would say Kendrick because, again, what he stands for is what I get from his rhymes, the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's an emotion.
Yeah, but J. Cole definitely. That's why I'm saying, like, could I do old school and new school? Because there's a lot of, new guys that are like Joey Badass as well.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's not that new anymore, but
he just dropped an album too.
Yeah. So there's just Little Baby. I really like
Little Baby.
Yeah, Little Baby's dope.
But yeah, I'll go with those top 5. So it was what Tupac, Big Pun, Nas, Eminem, and then
Kendrick.
Nice. I fuck with that. Heavy.
That's a dope. Yeah.
It's a little roster.
Like that.
And that right there.
And don't get me wrong, Biggie is one of my favorites, but like, I just...
You got a lot of like borderline gay rhymes, right?
And that right there is the top 5. Yeah, top 5.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Este episodio de los Hip Hop Advocates es traído a ustedes por McDonald's. McDonald's es más que un lugar de comida sabrosa. Es un lugar donde la gente conecta. No necesitamos otra razón para reunirnos en McDonald's, pero el crew sigue dándonos más. Si tengo que manejar una milla extra para llegar a McDonald's, lo hago. Es tu gente, tu comunidad y tu relación con el crew de McDonald's lo que hace que sea tu McDonald's. Cuando acabamos de grabar un episodio de los Hip Hop Advocates, siempre paramos en nuestro McDonald's local a donde nos sentimos como estamos en nuestra casa. Todos tenemos un McDonald's en nuestro barrio especial para nosotros. ¿Cuál es el tuyo? McDonald's, me encanta.
Like borderline gay rhymes, right? Look so good, I'll suck on your daddy's dick. He said that. Biggie
did that?
Yeah, Biggie. Yeah.
He said my man Gutter will kidnap you and fuck you in the ass.
Throw you
He
over
did
the
have some of
bridge.
them skits. You know what's crazy? This is there's songs of him rapping. So he wrote like the Queen Bitch for Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
So it was song number 8 on her album.
Yeah.
And I have a version of Biggie rhyming both of the
Doing
verses.
the reference?
Doing
Doing the
reference for
reference
her.
track, yeah.
And there's another one that he did for Lil' Kim. And, like, you know, to me as a fan, when that shit, I was like, man, that's dope. Because, you know, everybody knew that he was writing for Lil' Kim for some of the stuff. To hear him, yeah. You know.
That's so cool, man.
So I appreciate stuff like that.
You know who wrote for Little C's? Cameron.
Okay.
That joint he got with Lil' Kim. You know, I got a crush on you. That joint, the crush on you.
Yeah, with Season
and Lil' Kim.
And Lil' Kim.
But he wrote Cameron wrote Caesar's verses.
Oh shit! Nah, yeah, I didn't know that.
Crazy. Yeah, you.
Yeah, no, there's a lot, man. There's a lot.
50 used to write for P Diddy, for mad people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories like that, man, that we don't know. You know, a lot of people were involved with a lot of these classics. You know that we don't even know. We just know the main faces. Yeah. But there was a lot.
And I feel like in hip hop, it's like. It's one of those genres where you don't really want to talk about that, and I get it because it's about respect. It's like supposed to be your style,
because it's real competitive when it comes to like real rappers, like MCs. It comes to it gets to the gladiator days when when it comes to the mic.
You think that those days are over?
What
for that? Like he said, like the gladiator, like the Coliseum, like yo, you step into the ring, type of MCs. Like now, like kind of like,
I hope not. I feel like it is a subgenre at this point.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Me being from Europe and multicultural and just like being in the U.S., there's definitely a lot of softness happening in the culture. Across the board. Like
that's real.
The safe spaces and all this other shit. And I say that because I was born during communism, right? And a lot of this shit we're like, oh, you can't say it about that person and this. That's like borderline. Okay, so if you can't say that, so we're gonna start making laws or punishing people for saying shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we escaped. That's why I escaped.
Yeah.
Couldn't speak again. So that's a whole nother tangent I don't want to get off on. But
yeah, that's serious.
Yeah, I feel like there's the younger generation. There's a certain amount of softness, but there's also a lot of innovation. So, but you're right. Like the battle rapping is not as big. I feel like as it was in like 2012, 2013. Like that shit was all over YouTube. I feel like
It's crazy.
Maybe I'm not on YouTube enough looking at that, but is it still? Like on the sub level, we know it's there, but is it like on the major
it's not
level?
as big as before, but it's there. It's
there, but the thing is that there's a lot of there's a lot of there's not a lot of battle rap scenes. Like there's a lot of different what do you call it? Platforms.
But not even battle rap, but even like bodies of work, like those artists that you named. With the exception of Kendrick, because he's fairly new. You think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because he's this era. But like a Pac, like he ain't give a fuck. And you listen to this shit, but he'll touch you. You know what I'm saying? Deeply. He got the mother joints. He got the joint. Yo, damn, Brenda's got a baby.
He touch you deeply. Huh?
Touches you deeply. You know what I'm saying? Not like Birdman or Biggie. But
damn.
There's a lot of big
uplift you, like try to educate you. Right?
Yeah, but he had everything. So it was a diversity in an album. But not only that, but just the aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? The masculinity. Now it's a toxic masculinity, right?
They don't like that no more.
That's the big thing now. Yo, you get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's going on. That's infiltrating into the music where there's an art that is expression, right? But now you got to watch it. Even comedians now, they got to watch what they say.
Yeah, it's a crazy time. I agree.
Shit, man.
It's tough. It's
terrible, man.
And it's supposed to be entertainment at the end of the day, right?
Exactly.
So,
but hip hop is the only genre that artists are held accountable to keep it real.
Right.
But then everybody now, that's one thing I gotta say about the new generation. They keeping it too real.
Oh, yo, with the drill shit.
They shooting, they killing, they talk about it on their raps. You a fan of that? You feeling that?
Nah, I mean me being from Europe and like understanding how powerful education and like gates to opportunity are. For me being a foreign kid coming here and having strong education, but absolutely no opportunity, and a lot of corruption where I came from. Coming here to the land of opportunity. I feel like, the culture should be a little bit responsible for, bringing certain ideas out that are not helping the community. Because like the hip hop that I would define that caught me as a kid, I felt like it was, guys that were trying to talk about what they're living through, yes, but also uplift. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we go like the original hip hop, like Rakim and like going back. Like
Big
I felt like it was
Kane.
some of it was political, and it was like speaking out. It was giving a voice, and a lot of it was trying to help the community. I felt like, and somehow some of that is diminished. Like it's not as cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it diminished a little bit. So I don't necessarily put it this way. Let's say I want to help market an artist that's talking about guns, killing, or like degrading women, things like that. The way I look at it is like, look, I understand everybody comes from a certain circumstance. So I want to help you make it and help educate the business. So when you get bigger, hopefully you switch your energy and your mentality and say, you know what, it's cool. Like everybody's got to make it one way or another. I respect that. You have to. But when you wisen yourself and get bigger, have a bigger platform, I'm hoping that those individuals will go back and say, we also got to change things, for the culture, for the hip-hop culture, for the community, give back. I don't care what genre, but we're talking about hip-hop specifically. So I do think, I'm hoping it will go to more of that, because I feel like it's been slipping, and it's been, whether it's they say labels exploited, and like there's all these theories for why that happens, but, at some point it comes back to personal responsibility. That's my opinion.
Ageism too, right? Like hip-hop is the only genre that is ageism. We can't even talk to the young generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I love what like Jay-Z's doing with like putting up schools together. For like through music, but educating on different levels. Like a lot of hip hop artists that are older are doing that.
So I'm just medicine in there.
And like you're saying, like you're right. It seems like sometimes they can't reach the youngins. So I hope the youngins just mature to a point where they're like, all right, I want to be mentored by some of the greats around me, and I'm not going to disrespect them or whatever. And they soak that up and pass it on as well. You know what I'm saying?
And that's like a natural occurrence, because when you first start, you're really your raw form, but then the more eyes that are on you, you kind of want to bring the best foot forward. Like even with us with the show, we came here talking how we always talk, and we realized, wait, we got people eyes on us. We got coworkers, we got family members, so we want to put our best foot forward. And we've been learning, and we've been adjusting, and we've been doing a great job.
Learning on the fly.
Yo, Rob, you got anything in the chamber this week?
Oh, yes.
I was thinking about it.
Damn, you just put me on the
Album
spot.
of the week.
Yeah, man.
I do. Damn.
Every week when we have the episode, our man Erupt over here, he listens to the albums that came out, new albums, and he chooses what's trash, what's good, and he brings it back for the viewers. So Erupt, what you got today?
Well, I'm actually going to throw it at Figs, because Figs threw a nice little recommendation.
Ooh.
Okay. Right now?
Nah, I want to hear what you got.
You hit us with the lateral.
You gave us something that really need to be heard.
Yeah. So I got two.
Two? Oh, damn.
Yeah, double
album. Double album.
Word. So, that Cody 2, man, Lloyd Banks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I got it. You know what? I'm going to get to
You
the
got
Spotify
Griselda
right
all
now.
over that one.
You got to listen to that joint.
I heard good stuff about it.
Yeah, he got some joints on there.
Hard joints.
I heard it. It's official.
You heard
man.
the whole shit?
I went right. I can't front. I went right to the tracks with Griselda on.
I don't know. I was gonna say that.
Nah, I heard it from the beginning. I heard it from the beginning. Like I said, I compare it a lot to the last one, the other Corey, the Cody one. Like I said, is a lot of street. It's not your Damn, what was his first fucking album? Ryan Apple. Ryan Apple was my favorite album. Hunger for More. Like it's not Hunger for More. It's not like that level, because it doesn't have that commercial drive on it.
Was Hunger for More the G Unit shit?
Nah, Hunger for More was his first album.
Yeah,
and then he came out with Ryan Apple, and then Hunger for More 2.
Oh, right. You're right. You got the timeline right.
Yeah.
So that was one. Y'all got, oh man.
Yeah.
And then right after that, I'm telling you, there's not a skippable joint. You could listen to. Well, except for my man right here. He's a Griselda fan. When he seen Griselda, he's like, oh, fuck everything else.
Damn it, I did say that. But I love
out of the two, which one you like? The one with Conway or the one with Benny the Butcher better?
Come on. He's biased.
Nah, well, Benny's my man.
I like the Benny one better too.
Yeah, Benny's my man.
I mean, Benny the Butcher, out of the clique, he's my favorite one.
What you thought about Tony Yayo's verse, man?
Tony Yayo shit was alright. It was good.
The end of his verse was it was hard to get through.
Mm.
But he was never a lyricist, so I understand. He just did it for the love, right?
On the mixtapes though, when they would drop mixtapes, Tony Yayo would drop some shit.
He was the ace, man.
Yeah.
When it came to the mixtape joints.
Listen, boy, I'm the real McCoy. Come on, man. That nigga was just shit in the mixtapes.
But what's number 2, man? Now you got me fucking.
This dude, you know, and he, I think he went back to his element of raw hip hop shit. You know,
I'm curious now to know.
Joey Badass, man.
Oh, that's your man's right there.
Joey Badass. Yep. Listen to that album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta check that one. I definitely, honestly, I haven't checked that out, but now I'm definitely gonna check it out because that's the effect of the album of the week, right?
Yo, you know what's so crazy? I was watching the Wu Shit on Hulu, the second season. And I'm like, yo, that's not Joey Badass because he played Inspector Deck on the first season.
Oh, he did?
So I guess he was on Power. Well, not Power. Was on Power.
Yeah,
he was on Power. So I guess he was 50. Was, you know what I mean? Like, yo, forget that Wu Shit. I'm gonna pay you more. Come do this Power shit. And he had a better role. He was like a kingpin shit. He was like, you know what I mean? He was the head drug lord.
Is Dave East still on the Wu-Tang joint?
Dave East is still, yeah. But I'm like, yo, that's not fucking Joey Badass. So
on which Power joint was he on?
No, he's on the Offspin when Kanan is young. And he's the drug dealer.
Kanan.
Oh, Kanan. I haven't seen Kanan.
You haven't seen
Kanan yet.
The Book of Kanan, yep.
That shit is hard.
He's like
I was plugged. Like, I seen Old Power, and then I saw the first season of 2 with the fuck is his son?
His son, yeah,
Michael Ray Jr.
Yeah,
we seen him here. We actually seen him here a while back, like last year. He came to the studio right across.
Okay.
And my man took over. Right?
Yo, word. Shout out to
him. He went in there. The other dudes.
He's an artist too.
Yeah, I don't know if he was an artist, but he came through with mad people. Like I was going out, it was like I'm talking like 2 a.m. I was mad twisted.
He was probably chilling. He was just probably chilling with his peoples, right?
But I don't know, but he
came drop some hot shit.
It was like 10 heads, and I was twisted as hell. We were already done shooting. We were already fucking burned out my mind. I was walking out the door, and I seen mad niggas coming up the stairs, walking in, and I'm like, yo, what up? And I was like, yo, and when I got downstairs, it clicked. I was like, oh shit, that's this little nigga from Power. I was like, yo. And I couldn't think of his name. Fucking damn! I just had it right now. Fucking what's his name on the show?
Tariq.
Well, I'm like, yo, that's this dude from Power. I'm like, yo, that shit clicked to me when I got downstairs. I was like, yo, damn, because I was like, yo, what up? I was just like, now there's like 10 heads, like. Everybody was walking in, and they all walked into the room right across, and I was like,
Dre from Power, he's a dope artist. He's like
he sings.
Oh yeah. He's been singing for a while.
Yeah, he sings.
I forgot his name too.
That's right.
Wrote Timmy.
That's it, right?
Yeah, wrote Timmy. Yeah, really, like I love his song.
There's a female too on that sitcom. Not a sitcom. There's a sitcom that's a drama.
On Power.
But she's on. You know when she's a college student.
Oh, in the new one with Tariq, right?
Yeah. She's a college student. She's in the class.
Okay.
She's the loud one talking crazy. She's an actual artist too.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. But yo, check out Joey Badass, man.
I want to check that
album,
out.
Album name is 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
Year 2000. Right after Y2K, that never happened.
Wow, Chris Jericho.
All that
from the wrestling fans out there.
Wow. Well, he, you know what I'm saying? Those 2 albums, listen to them joints. And, it has like a nostalgic feeling to it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely gonna check that shit out, man.
You see how they say YouTube University? I feel like right now, my man took us to college.
Yeah, man.
Took us to school.
This episode was a teaching one.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good one.
I got notes.
He took notes while you were talking. That's crazy,
man?
Right?
I like that.
So where could the people find you? You know, I know we got you on IG. Anywhere else, like any other platforms?
Yeah. So since I got a foreign name, the IG is Matej_H_entrepreneur, and Matej is spelled Matej.
The J is silent.
It's pronounced yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's how they say it in Slovakia. Or you can say it silent. And digitalsciencemedia.com. That's my company's name, where we do majority of the marketing for the music industry. Digitalsciencemedia.com. And I'm on there as well. You'll probably find my socials off of that. But through Instagram, if you click on the link in my bio, all the stuff I'm working on is in there. Other links for all the initiatives we got going on.
You got a long history.
Yo,
Worked on a lot of stuff.
yeah, nah, definitely, man. And like you said, all up and coming artists in general. Yo, hit him up. This man, I'm telling you, he got the answers you seeking. You know what I'm saying?
You got the agua.
You got the agua.
You got the drip.
Word. You know what I'm saying? It was a pleasure having you, brother.
Man, pleasure's all mine. Yo.
Yeah, nah, man. This shit was definitely, you know, one for the books.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, during the episode, like, yo, a lot of people ain't really cut for this shit. You gotta know what are you really willing to do.
Yeah.
And being an artist is not one of your things. It's different avenues. It's different lanes.
There is.
A message. When you're done with the music, when you're done dropping that hit that you think is a hit, go check out Matej, and he gonna tell you how to blow it up, right?
That's right.
Yes.
How to test it to make sure it's a hit.
Or test it first.
Test it first, and if it's really a hit, then help you with a strategy.
Word up.
Get into the next level.
Up. It's just like the drug game, baby. You gotta, it's grade A shit. If it's not, that's that dookie. You heard? Yo, on that note, yo, Matej on everything, right? Matej _H _ entrepreneur. Us, the hip hop advocates on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We getting merch, we getting stickers. You might see it in your mama's crib. Peace.
Peace.
New World Order. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Hip hop advocates. Yeah. Hip hop advocates. Yeah. Hip hop advocates.
Still got the hunger like I'm living in the third world. Say your last words as I'm lifting up the burner. The lyrics that I serve, something different, what they prefer. Hard heads never learn, they still leading Gerber. Yo. Take the money off the safe slow, dump the guns, burn the whip and chill while we lay low. I'm lifting up the mic, giving motherfuckers halos. I'm putting down the work, watch it burn like fuego. They say numbers don't lie, but I bet to differ. And if your chick's looking fly, then I'm getting where the game is sharper than head with scissor hands, fingertips. I'm going for the win, final shot, nigga, this is it. Cause others popping and they asking how you do that. Niggas on the block stay feeling for that boom bap. And all you other MCs, get a new plan. Cause when my team let off, you better move back. Move back, motherfucker. The advocates, motherfucker.
Hip hop advocates.
Let's ring around the Rosie. The advocate's my Cody. Whipping track like it's Toby. Fact is a rap like your boy eating roti. Listen closely, nothing here is closer below me. You poke me, then I slowly show you the whole beast. Eat MCs, egg white, scramble, toast them like Hobie. Got that winner mentality, rest in peace Kobe. Kicking sons out my house, you rappers Jody. Gotta update award shows, new categories. Artists dick mining so much, they need a trophy. Say what I please, I got more filters than Chloe. Roll a OZ with cousin Dre, then I OD. Won't stop till I'm looking down from the nosebleeds. Pound for pound, one of the best. Sugar Shay Mosley, cold mother, nothing about her Miss Cozy. Break fools like high school spoons, open your nosy.
Yeah.
What y'all been missing?
Hip hop advocates.
Y'all better run. Hey yo, bring around the Rosie, pockets full of dosey. I'ma grind it out till you really get to know me. It only took one time to show me the go see what I'm looking for. Watching funny niggas closely, I stand firm, waiting for the approach. Gotta flow like water, that'll sink down your boat. You already know, y'all better stand clear. The advocates been on it for the last 15 years. We been here, we ain't stopping. Got you watching and bopping, cause we stay dropping lyrical content. It's popping, we ain't need that option. You need to keep it success. I'm the fucking locksmith. Hot shit, it's constant. I'ma empty the tank. Filling up the bank with francs. Giving thanks to those who give real love. It's your nigga Erupt who get me some ice cream man with no ice cream truck. Fuck is up. I say we're here to get it. Call the medic. I'm here to rep it. Hip hop advocates, baby. Bring it around.